Progressive presents Get Pumped. Inspiration to help you do insurance stuff.
Okay, time out. You're gonna let your budget be the boss of you? Take control with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Tell us what you want to pay for car insurance, and we'll help you find options that fit your budget. Here's some music to get you pumped. Da-dong, 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 dang, dang. I hear your budget laughing at you. Oh, wait, that's just those kids laughing at me. Ignore them! Da-dong, da-dong,
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
You are live at the Literary Lounge with your host, Destinee D, bringing you the newest and the brightest of the literary world right to your ear hole. Every Saturday from 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tune in, listen up, and learn something. This is the spot for new hot authors who are given the opportunity to shine. Each Saturday from 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will showcase a new author here at the Literary Lounge. We are taking out the time to give all of our literary friends an opportunity to showcase their work. The New Author Spotlight is a platform that allows us to ask up to 10 questions or more to give you, the audience, the most in-depth current information about each writer in their literary piece. We will have a new guest every week. Stay tuned. Hey, 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 it is your girl, Destinee D, live on WTLR Radio. Today's date is November 17th, 2018, and you are live at the Literary Lounge. Today's episode is number 26, and we have a special guest by the name of J.D. Fitzgerald, and he is the author of the new book, Manhattan Girls, A Change Would Do You Good. So we have a full hour with him as our special guest, and we're going to be asking him a few questions about himself, his new book, any current events that he may be attending, and also some contact information so that you can reach out to him, and also a way to purchase his new book. So I see that we have somebody on the line, so let me see if that's him. Give me just a moment. Okay, JD, is that you?
I'm here.
Oh, are you? Who's on the line?
JD.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my goodness! Why did I think that it was a guy?
No. Yeah, that's my name, JD Fitzgerald.
Okay, awesome. I feel so terrible because like all of the information that I've put out, I actually thought that you were a guy. Like the photo that they gave me was of a guy.
Well, I am. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My bad. I'm having a moment. Just look over me.
It's fine.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you get into writing, and give us a full bio of who JD is.
Well, I've been writing since I was 15. Well, actually, I started writing short stories when I was in middle school, and then it turned into like, actually, I think it was my freshman year. I started writing short stories, and then I decided to write a fully written novel, but that fell through. And then I started like taking a break here and there, but then I started having this idea to write a book series, and it was at first it was called A Story of a Girl, but then I think later down the line I decided to, because at first it was set in California, but then I decided, well, maybe I should set it in New York. So I decided, so there were some title changes here and there, and I decided to go with Manhattan Girls. And after that, I wrote like, it was 4 unpublished novels that I was working on. But this is the first 2 that I'm working on right now. Well, the one that I completed, and now I'm working on the second one. So, but at first it was just 4 unpublished novels that I was working on. But the first one is the main one that's out right now. That was the one I was working on for the past like couple of years or so. So.
Okay. So where exactly are you from?
Lexington, North Carolina.
Oh, okay. So you don't have nothing to do with California or New York. That was just, places that stuck out to you.
Yeah, like, I mean, I remember going to New York when I was like 3 years old, but it's a long time ago. But, I don't know. I mean, it's the main gist of it is that I was reading like don't judge me, Gossip Girl books, and
Okay.
The thing is that they're not like they're not the most best written books, but I just got addicted to them, and so I was like, well, I could write something like this, and something that's like sort of like Sweet Valley High.
How long have you been writing?
It seems like 12 years. I've been writing for 12 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So can you tell us a little bit about this new book? Like, give us a synopsis. Let us know what this book is all about.
It's about this girl and she's going to New York, and how she got there is that her mom is this journalist, right? And she wrote this article about the mayor and how he's like he's embezzling money from the zoning, because businesses are closing down around her hometown and stuff, and her mom decided to write an article about it, and it became this like sensational news, and and all of a sudden her mom got an offer to move to New York to work at the New York Times, and so most of it is how Gwen, that's the main character, she mostly like reflects her hometown, her 2 childhood friends, Mona and Maxine, and so from then on she attends this school where she meets she meets Kylie, this anti-social bookworm, and Vera, this aspiring filmmaker, and also a girl from California, Shawnee, and then after that, I think it's like 2 weeks, not 2 weeks, but like a week later or so, she suddenly, went into her 2 friends at the same time. They're at this club called Carlisle, yeah, and it's this jazz club that that the girls will go to, and that's how she meets her friends, and she meets up with. Well, first she meets up with Maxine, and then she meets up with Mona. So. And I'm just gonna stop there because there's so much to the story,
Mhm.
and it focuses on all of the girls.
Okay. So this is like a girls' trip, or pretty much them meeting each other and becoming friends.
Yeah, all of them are, and it sort of chronicles their it's sort of like a coming of age, sort of like Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, and how they focus on each girl, and and it's kind of like a teen drama tied into it as well. So.
Okay, so what gave you the idea to do this book? Like, what was your motivation to do this book?
Well, like I said, I'm the type of person that teen dramas and but most of what inspired me was there's this show called Knots Landing, and I sort of researched about the show and knew about its writers, specifically Ann Marcus, and she's really good at doing storytelling structure, character beats, and all that stuff. And I decided to maybe I should write like that, and I tried to make the characters as complex and realistic as I can, because I don't in most teen dramas, and they always have these stereotypical characters, and I try to try to do something different about that and not make it so cliche,
Right. Well, that makes sense. Yeah. So let me ask you this: when it comes to the new book that you've written, how long did it actually take you to finish the book, from start to finish? Do you know how long it took you to write it?
Well, I had so many revisions, but then I had an editor, so I had to go through the editing process for 2 years.
Oh, wow.
And also I had to add in more story, add in more character development. I mean, it was a journey, but it was worth it at the end. So
yeah. So how many pages is the book?
Maybe around 218.
Okay. So when you did this book, was it supposed to be the first part to a series, or was this a standalone by itself?
It's the first part to a series, and the second book is well, I don't want to tell too much about the second book, but just a little synopsis. It's about the second book is about this girl Anita. She's trying to be a singer. She's trying to make it out as a singer because her grandma used to be do backup for those doo-wop acts days, and so for most of her life, her grandma sings at this blues tavern bar in Louisiana. So. But ever since then, her grandmother was stricken with dementia, and so she had to. She decided to leave her grandmother at the clinic and go with her cousin and her husband to New York, and so that's when she meets up with Gwen and Vera, where she's singing at the jazz club Carlisle, and so that's how she meets up with the girls, and she also attends the Hamilton Academy School. So.
Oh wow, okay. So
Yeah.
that's a good plan. So you said you're still working on that novel?
I just started it. I'm like almost on chapter 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, almost.
Okay. So when it comes to the first part, like, when did you drop that novel? Like, when did it debut?
Around July, we'll have an ebook. So,
Okay, has it been doing good? Like, have you heard any good feedback, any reviews yet?
yeah, I got a couple of reviews. And they're clear. Yeah, they got pretty okay reviews.
Okay. Who did your publishing for you? Who was the one that actually got the book out?
A lot of stuff published.
Oh, you self-published.
Yeah.
Awesome. Look, we are right at the cusp of our first segment. So what I want to do is I want to take a short break, and then I want to come back and I want to talk to you about the self-publishing aspect of your novel. So hold on the line just for a second, okay?
Okay.
This is the spot for new hot authors who are given the opportunity to shine. Each Saturday from 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will showcase a new author here at the Literary Lounge. We are taking out the time to give all of our literary friends an opportunity to showcase their work. The New Author Spotlight is a platform that allows us to ask up to 10 questions or more to give you, the audience, the most in-depth current information about each writer in their literary piece. We will have a new guest every week. Stay tuned. All right, guys, and we are back, and we are live on WTLR Radio, and this is your girl, Destinee D, and we are live at the Literary Lounge. And today's date, as I said before, is November 17th, 2018, and we have a special guest by the name of J.D. Fitzgerald, and we are talking about their new book, Manhattan Girls, A Change Would Do You Good. And we just currently found out that they actually self-published that novel. So we want to take a few moments to get some information about that. So let's see if you're on the line. JD, you still there?
Yeah, here.
Okay, great. So going into this next segment, we wanted to talk a little bit about the publishing part. And you mentioned right before the break that you did some self-publishing. How did that come about?
Oh, well, I just have to say that, self-publish is not a process, I had to, go over some things. Also, the biggest important thing is, marketing. You have to, try to, attract readers and,
Yeah,
and you have to it's just like you have to really, it's a really hands-on sort of thing. You got to do everything yourself, and you have to save them. You have to, because there's so much that you have to invest in order to self-publish and put your stuff out there. And so,
other than the marketing apparatus, did you find it difficult to do that?
It's not quite as difficult, but it's still, yeah, you have to like really do it every day in order to like gain recognition, some recognition. So.
Right, and I understand what you mean about the marketing ploy, because it does take a lot of good marketing, because like a lot of people that are new to the book industry, they tend to, throw money at these third-party companies trying to boost their marketing skills. But at the end of the day, you have to look at your market. You have to look at who you're trying to attract. And if you're blowing money on people who don't even read, you're wasting valuable money. So it's like this is just what I learned over time. Before you spend money, make sure you're spending it, where it makes the most sense to spend it. Like, I've seen so many other book publishing companies that charge thousands of dollars for small standalone books or small series books. And I've seen so many times that people got swindled out of their money. Like, I just had a young lady that hit me up, and she was saying how she sent the book off to be edited, and the editor took her money and didn't edit the book, told her that it was beyond their editing skills, and they never received a refund. So it's like you have to be careful with how you do your business. And one thing that I wanted to stress to you about dealing with Transparency Library, we have so many different platforms, and we made it affordable. Like, most of the people who have been on the radio show have gotten not only the radio interview, they've also gotten the spotlight in the magazine that comes out every month. So those are other opportunities and other avenues that they have to get their book out there. And a lot of these things are not available to everybody. So it's like when you have these type of things, they normally assist you with getting your book further out there. So that's why we do what we do here, on the Literary Lounge, to give you the opportunity to get your book out there. We also give you the opportunity to tell, everybody that's listening in where they can find you, where they can find your book. Like, matter of fact, while we're on that note, do you have any book signings or anything coming up soon?
Oh, boy, that's something I have to, like, really plan out. Because, yeah.
Believe it or not, it's not that hard to do. And there are free spaces available. So I encourage you to get in contact with your local library, because a lot of them don't charge. And that's a good venue space. But like you said, the marketing, you would need flyers. You would need to, like, really, really push to get people to turn out. I have noticed that the more you push it, the more likely people will just go just to be nosy and might end up, actually reading your work or seeing the flyer or telling a girlfriend or a guy friend that reads novels, my friend is going to be at this spot, so you really have to push it. But yeah, definitely check with your local bookstores, your local library, because a lot of the libraries, the public libraries, allow you to get like a small area of the library free of charge. And then you just have to show the proof that you have the book and, already published, and that they could be able to order it. And it's pretty much free. So there's plenty of opportunity to do a book signing. And sometimes, depending on your area, there's also some information that gets passed around in the Writers Guild that we have. So be sure to message me after the show, and I'll get you linked in with the Writers Guild. and we pass out flyers all the time about events that's coming up in the near future. And, like, you can actually get a booth at one of these events and just bring your books for sale. And it's kind of sort of like a book signing. It's pretty much a book signing, but you're with other authors who are doing the same thing. You just have a table where you're doing it. So those are other ventures and stuff that you can look into. But did you have anything planned, like, as far as, like, the end of the year, or are you looking to do more, next year?
Maybe next year, because at that time, I'll be also promoting the second book, which might come around April of next year. So they'll be, be sure to check out that as well. So.
Okay. So, how many books is going to be in this series? Do you have an idea, or?
Okay, I'm guessing, let's see. I know this is a little bit of a stretch, but maybe like 13. I mean, it depends.
Wow.
Because, I'm trying to, the thing is that it focuses on the girls in their junior and senior year. So it's going to, chronologize that, all the events and stuff. And, that's, and then by the end of the book, they'll be going off to college or different states and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, so that's definitely going to be interesting, especially if you can pull 13 books out of a series. That's ongoing. Yeah, so that's actually pretty good. Because most of the actual series that I've seen have been no more than maybe 7 or 8, like the Harry Potter series and stuff like that. Like those get a little bit longer, but that's actually kind of cool that you have that many in mind. Yeah. And then they'll have to actually go back and get the first couple of books to even understand what's going on in the later book. So that's awesome. Yeah, that's great. So with this first book, how much is it going for, and where can they find it?
Well, it's $8.74 on Amazon paperback, and also it's on it's on Kubo. Well, the ebook version is on Kubo, Barnes and Noble. Let's see. Yeah, Amazon. That's pretty much. Well, that's pretty much what I got so far. But there'll be more iBooks and other ebook platforms, and also some it might I'm going to stock up the paperback by next week.
Mm-hmm.
So they're probably it might hit bookstores in some areas.
Okay. So, do you have social media platforms that your people can follow you?
Oh yeah. I have an Instagram. It's JD Fitzgerald 22, and I also have a Facebook author Facebook page. JD Fitzgerald, or JD and Ivy domain. That's also a link to my blog, the stories of JD and Ivy.com, where I do movie reviews, essays, just a little fun pop culture stuff, And I also have a Twitter account, JD _ Fitzgerald, JD Fitzgerald, yeah. So.
Okay. So, do you have a website or an author's page or anything like that?
Well, currently, let's see. For right now, the only author page I have is my blog. So I have to. That's in the process in the future. So I have an author page up.
Okay, no problem, no problem. Now,
And also I have a. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's see. I'll also be making a Manhattan Grove character page, and you know about all the characters and stuff. So I'll be making that. So probably by next year. But
oh, okay. So
yeah,
they can actually follow along with the book and actually know who the characters are. Okay.
yeah. Because what's important to me is that I want the. I mean, they don't have to like all the characters, but I want them to connect with the characters. Identify them. Identify with them. Empathize with them. On that level.
Yeah, and that makes sense. I mean, you want them to be able to connect with your characters, and even if they don't like the character, that's a connection. So never take any negative information as being negative. It's actually really good. Like I had my very first book review, believe it or not, was horrible. But they gave me so many pointers when they spoke, to the the relevance of why they felt, that it was negative. But then when I looked at what they said, it was like all I really needed was page breaks to differentiate between first person and third person. Because when you switch from one tense to another tense, if you don't have a page break, then it confuses the reader. So even though, the review was bad, it let me know that the only thing I was missing was page breaks, to tell the reader, situation has changed, completely different, has nothing to do with what's going on up top. But you always learn from, the feedback that you receive. A lot of people think that negative reviews are actually negative, but they're actually not, because regardless of what they said, they took the time to read your book. They turned the pages. So they did give you a shot. So that's a blessing within itself that they even read the book, whether their review is horrible or not. They read the book. And then on top of that, they saw things that could be fixed. And the one thing that I tell a lot of the people that do, books and things of that nature, never take a negative review as being negative. It's just a way to further expand on your writing career. Like, you can always take what they say into advisement, and if you hear it from more than one person, then be like, okay, this is an issue. But then once you see that there's an issue, you can always go back and you can always fix it. You can always do a revision and make it better for the new reader that's about to get your book, or that gets your book after the corrections are made. Because, we're human beings, and it's easy for us to miss something. And a reader, if they're really engaged, will find it. And they'll be like, oh, did you see the error in the second paragraph on page 59? Like, they had wrong right here. They're like, the readers are the best editors on the planet. So, so basically, just don't think that the negative remarks are actually negative. They're actually critiquing, your work. So let me ask you this: when it came to your book, Manhattan Girls, did you find yourself stuck in any parts of the book, or did it flow pretty easily?
I would say I was in between here and there. Like, I would be like stuck on a chapter, stuck on something, but then like something would flow in my mind naturally, and I just like, if I was like at a restaurant somewhere, and I had something just flowed in my mind, I would just like instantly like either type it on my phone or write it on a napkin or something like that. So and I put it in my book later.
Okay, so let me ask you this. When it comes to this book, is there any character in the book that you find yourself more related to, or who would you feel would be your favorite character in the book?
Okay, that's a hard one. I mean, mostly it'll be Gwen or Anita. I mean, well, Anita don't come up until Gwen and Anita seem more connected to me in a way, because like they're both like shy and introspective and they're creative girls, and and pretty much like I base some of my life on them as well. So
yeah, because I was just about to ask you, was there any information that was, truth based, or was it all fictional, or how did you come up with the concept? Like, is there any truth to what's written, or any real connection to the book?
Well, the thing is that it is mostly fictionalized, but
okay.
It's pretty much I take some of those experiences those experiences from my high school years, and so some of the characters are based on the people I know, like my sister, my cousin, and this guy I went to, and my friend and my longtime friend since high school, one of the characters based on. So
okay, do they know that?
No. Well, my friend.
I was about to say, if they're listening, they know now.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool that you were able to put, because mostly everything that we write is firsthand. It's something that it has some kind of personal connection, to us, and sometimes it's just off a whim, or in my case, dreams. I would write down, whatever I would have in a dream and turn it into a book. Like, I have so many that I'm working on right now that just bits and pieces are being written as I see them. So everybody has their own unique flair. So how did you come about the thought process for this book? Was this like a hands-on type of thing and you just wrote it, or was it just an imaginative thing and then you had the people that were actually in your life that you were able to use as muses and stuff? Or how did it all come about? Like, what made you say, I'm going to write a book?
Gosh, I don't know. I mean, it all started when I was like drawing little pictures on my notebook when I was a kid. I don't know. I always had this big imagination. I always would read a book, and I would also read like screenplays stuff. And I was like, wow, and I knew so much about like books and movies, and I was like, I want to do this one day, and it started off like with short stories, but then all of a sudden I decided to write, a full page novel, in my notebook, And so, but then, I was like, maybe I should do a series, like an ongoing, series with an arc, with each story arc and all that stuff. So I decided to that could, work out in the future. But
Mhm. So let me ask you this: being that you actually, did the self-publishing this go around, Is that something that you're planning on doing for the next few books? And if so, do you think that you could turn it into an actual publishing company? Like, did you have any thoughts about that, like publishing somebody else's stuff?
Yeah. I had some ideas about like doing this, having a publishing house called Orchid Publishing. You know, because I wanted, you know, I was thinking about writing more books and more future books and maybe comic books in the future. You know, yeah, stuff like that. And it's more than just one genre. I want to like break into like fantasy and historical and, you know, just fantasy, historical, family saga, stuff like that. So.
Okay, so let me ask you this one more question before we go to another break. When it comes to Manhattan Girls, what would be the genre of this book?
Chick lit, teen fiction, coming of age, romance. Yeah, either one of those categories.
Oh, okay, cool. So that's interesting. So we're looking at teenagers starting out and experimenting and field trips and good things like that. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we're going to take that short break that I mentioned, and we'll be right back, okay? So hold on the line for me.
Okay.
You are live at the Literary Lounge with your host, Destinee D, bringing you the newest and the brightest of the literary world right to your ear hole. Every Saturday from 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tune in, listen up, and learn something. All right, and we are still live on WTLR Radio. Today's date is November 17th, 2018, and you are live at the Literary Lounge. And we are closing in on episode 26, and our special guest is none other than J.D. Fitzgerald. And we have discussed their new book, Manhattan Girls, A Change Would Do You Good. And we've learned that they have self-published their book. And also we've learned, you know, a brief synopsis of the book and things of that nature as far as the book is concerned. J.D. also expressed that everything as far as book signings and things of that nature will probably be pushed a little bit later on into the new year of 2019 due to the fact that they have another book that they want to push at the same time, which is going to be part 2 to their series. So Manhattan Girls is book 1 of a possible 13-book series, and we're looking forward to seeing that out. And I want to give them the opportunity to shout out anybody that they would like to give a shout out to, and they can give their closing statements now.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. One shout out to my. Okay. One shout out to my mom, of course. I want to shout out to all the hardworking writers out there. I want to shout out to my friends who's ever listening, and definitely want to shout out to anybody that's feeling down, feeling lonely, feeling depressed. That it's gonna everything's not always dark and depressing. It's just there's always a light at the end of the tunnel, and you can always have something to brighten your day, and there'll always be a way. So there'll always be a way.
All right. Now, if you had someone that was wanting to read your book and they just needed that gentle push, what would be your sales pitch to get them to buy your book?
It's a book mostly based on friendship, love, people that are always there for you no matter what. And, you can meet that one person, and they can be like your best friend for life or the love of your life, And it's very detailed, with this kind of book. Because, when the girls first meet each other, they have that instant connection. And when you have that instant connection with somebody, that's like, then that this person will be there for you, through thick and thin, no matter what. And I think that's what the book is about. It's friendship on a deep level. So even if you don't like this person at first, but then you realize like, wow, I'm looking in the mirror. It's moments like that in the novel. So.
Okay, that's awesome. So with that being said, is there anything else that you would like to tell your readers?
Well, just be sure to check out Manhattan Girls. It's on Amazon. It will be on paperback and hardback soon. Still have to work on the hardback, but be sure to check out paperback. Be sure to check out the ebook. The ebook is already up, so already up for read. And I hope you have fun reading it, because I made sure that it's an entertaining read with entertaining characters. So I hope you all have fun. Be sure to leave a review if you could. So just good luck, and thanks.
All right. Well, first and foremost, I'd like to take this moment to thank you for being our special guest today.
You're welcome.
Just like I say on every show that we have, the show wouldn't be a show if you weren't here. So I really do appreciate you taking out the time, to be on the show. We really do appreciate you. And I hope that in some form or fashion that this interview helps propel your writing career even further than what it's already gone. I pray that your book goes a long way, and I look forward to seeing more from you. And I'm interested to see, the next 12 books that you've already said that you're going to put out. So thank you for being who you are, and thank you so much for being on the show.
You're very, very welcome. Mm-hmm.
All right. With that being said, we're gonna. Matter of fact, before we go, what I want you to do is I want you to drop your plugs again. Drop your email, your and your social media one more time for everybody that's listening.
Check me out at my author email is Jonathan McNear, McNeair @Jonathan McNeairJonathan @gmail.com, and my Twitter account is JD Fitzgerald, at JD Fitzgerald. And my Instagram is JD Fitzgerald 22. And my also my Facebook is JD Fitzgerald. And also my blog is the stories of JDandIvy.com. Well, blogspot.com. And also I have JD and Ivy domain on my Facebook page. So.
Okay. Thank you so much for giving all that information. And I like to keep in contact. Like I said, as soon as this interview is over, please hit me up on Facebook so that I can add you to the Writers Guild. That way, if there's any events or anything in the near future, like in North Carolina where you're located, we'll be able to throw some flyers your way, and you might find one that's close enough to you that you can go to, and then we'll be able to promote you a little bit more, because that's what we try to do. We try to help you as much as we can. And believe it or not, most of the sales that I've seen actually are in person. More people would like to see the person who wrote the book and actually be able to get their book autographed. So from personal experience, I noticed that those who see you in the flesh are more susceptible to buying your book than those online, because there's a connection there. And there's an actual book that they can see, and they know that they're getting something as they hand over the money. So it's like it's more of a personal connection. So definitely keep that in mind, and I look forward to keeping tabs on you and everything. And as I stated before, thank you so much for being on the show. You were an awesome guest, and we look forward to hearing bigger and better things, okay?
Okay.
All right, and you have a great day, okay?
You too.
All right, take care. You are live at the Literary Lounge with your host, Destinee D, bringing you the newest and the brightest of the literary world right to your ear hole. Every Saturday from 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tune in, listen up, and learn something. Tune in next week, where our special guest will be none other than Sharona Siegler on November 24th, 2018. We will have her on the show. Also, if you're interested in being on the Literary Lounge, we are currently taking offering interview slots. We're already booked up for December, but January is still open. So if you'd like to pull the 12th or the 19th for your interview in January, please feel free to hit us up via email at transparencylibrary@gmail.com, and we'll see if we can get you that interview slot. Like I said, January 12th and 19th are open. So feel free to get in contact with us so that you may also receive your book interview. And this is your girl, Destinee D. You guys have a good one. This is the spot for new hot authors who are given the opportunity to shine. Each Saturday from 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will showcase a new author here at the Literary Lounge. We are taking out the time to give all of our literary friends an opportunity to showcase their work. The new Author Spotlight is a platform that allows us to ask up to 10 questions or more to give you, the audience, the most in-depth current information about each writer in their literary piece. We will have a new guest every week. Stay tuned.
North Pole Hotline.
Help! My in-laws are hosting Thanksgiving, and we're bringing the dressing.
You mean stuffing?
No, dressing. I need cute outfits for everyone.
Get to Old Navy.
Old Navy?
Yep, Old Navy's got stylish denim, velvet tops, the best dresses, and 40% off your entire purchase right now.
40% off? We'll be stuffing our shopping bags full.
Plus, get 50% off when you use or open an Old Navy card now through Sunday. You can even buy online and pick up in store for free.
Ooh, I love an all-you-can-wear buffet.
Holiday your heart out at Old Navy and OldNavy.com. Valid 11/15 to 11/18. Exclusions apply. See stores for details.